I've known Tosh a long time. I'll tell you a little bit about what I think. First of all, let's start from the initial, my overriding premise. Tosh was branded a traitor and all this. Like, Tosh is a bear, dude. That doesn't get taken away, and fans don't get to decide, and even alums don't get to decide. He played what, 6, 7 years he was in our program. He, bled and sweated. He helped us get the axe. He, sacrificed his body. He worked hard. He went to college. He's part of our community. He is a bear. So I never thought that was revocable. And by the way, I won't revoke it from, even in this era when people are here for a year and you want to be like, he's not really a bear, I want to say that a little, but someone who was here the whole time, let alone 6 years in the program, he's a bear for life. I'm sorry. Like, nobody gets to take that away. Um, I, I felt when he left, there were a lot of things that had happened. The fact that he was suspended, allowed to be suspended for the most farcical, thing ever, which was faking injuries, to slow down Oregon, ironically, when every school was doing it. We all know it. Um, and when we were accused of it, the answer should have been, what are you talking about? Our dudes had cramps. Go away, prove it. But instead, we were like, oh, we're Cal. Like, we'll do here. And then if you're going to do that, don't sacrifice the reputation of the person who is not only the most loyal person on the staff at the time, but also um, maybe the best recruiter in the country, school for school. Why would you hurt your brand like that? So that upset me, and I know it upset Tosh. There were other things, but in the end, I whatever happened. Like, we're all one big family. Stuff happens. But here's what really happened: the recruiter got recruited, and we got out recruited. University of Washington and Steve Sarkisian were like, I want that guy. So, to review, we had the number one class of the country coming in. They were all announcing it at that Army Bowl or whatever. I mean, let me see if my memory jogs, because the class stands up pretty well. Eric Armstead, still a standout NFL player. Tack McKinley, I think, maybe. Shaq Thompson, I think, just recently ended a great NFL career. Like, we were going to be amazing. And then Tosh left abruptly shortly before signing day. All those guys flipped, some of them to Washington. We had fans going, well, they bought him a boat, which actually was not really totally true, because when I went up there to hang out with Tosh and Justin, when I was doing a Seahawks thing, I tried to get Tosh to take me to the boat, and he's like, they said I could have a boat, but really it was like use of some guy's boat for a weekend. I didn't get a boat. So, but the public perception of the time was they gave him a boat, and certainly they paid him a lot more, and we didn't come up enough to keep him. And worst of all, people were like, I could see leaving, but to do it right before signing day, that's the ultimate betrayal. And I'm like, how do you think this works? Like, when is his leverage the highest? When is his value the highest as a great recruiter? Yeah, he did it right before signing day, because that's when Washington was like giving him stacks of money and offers of boats. And that was the moment where we as Cal had to be like, yo, here's more money. And really what he wanted, I think, was medical coverage for some of his really impoverished family members. But whatever we could have done, that was the time to do it. Do it then. And also, like, let's hug and make up over the suspension thing. So to me, it sucked that he left. I don't blame just him. I don't blame just Cal. Things happened, but whatever you think, that was a long time ago. He is a bear. He's a really good coach. And I know he loves Cal because we talk about it. So if and when there's ever a moment where he could come back, and there was a time at the end of the Dykes era where it was being talked about, and certainly he and Justin are close, but I would be happy to have him back in some form at some time because he's a bear.